So what I'm going to do is just introduce Nuapay, how we were pulled together, who we are, where we're going, and then what I've got is a short demo of one of the fixes that we bring to the marketplace. So Nuapay is a subsidiary of Centennial Payments. Centennial has been established since 2003. Centennial came about to address a need in the market for SEPA specific expertise. Back when SEPA was in its infancy, there was a huge demand for expertise, for software, for infrastructure, not only from corporates, but from some of the major banks across the globe. And that allows us to then service some major corporates and major financial institutions across the globe. So since then, there has been the first iteration of the Payment Service Directive. So that allowed Nuapay to be formed and to apply for the payment institution license. Nuapay is regulated by the FCA in London. What the payment institution license allows Nuapay to do is take advantage of all the technology that Centennial provide, but also allows us to issue unique creditor IDs and unique IBANs. If we look at a payment institution from a tiered level, we would be a top tier payment institution license holder. There'd be other companies below us who would say that they would be issuing creditor IDs and IBANs, but in actual fact, they're actually more so issuing in a bureau style basis, whereas we can actually issue the IBANs to individual corporates, etc. So with all the technology and the solutions provided by Centennial and our payment institution license, this allows Nuapay to provide a holistic solution for processing end-to-end direct debit solutions throughout the SEPA region. We're also processing BACS, and we are also able to process credit transfers as well. It's a cloud-based application. We're processing it's actually over 35 billion now. We're processing in 28 countries with offices in London, Dublin, Paris. We've got an office in Belgium, we've got an office in Germany, and we've got an office in the Netherlands as well. So as I said before, it's a complete end-to-end solution, where traditionally the banks would require a third party to produce a file and submit that for processing. We can actually provide the full holistic end-to-end solution, and that includes reconciliation, settlement, etc. Okay. Now, the focus of the demo that I'm about to give is on our e-mandate solution. Now, traditionally, mandates within a SEPA direct debit perspective would be either sent out in a PDF, an email, or paper. Subsequently, you'd be waiting for your customers to fill in their mandate and send it back. It could be days, it could be weeks. And by then, you've collected your mandate and you're about to input it into your system, and lo and behold, the information's wrong. So what we've provided within our e-mandate solution is a solution to streamline that process and drive efficiencies through deploying it in a live environment through the web. It could be a link. We have multiple different deployment versions that we support. We're also adding a unique fraud mitigation solution, which can actually identify an IBAN as a possible fraudulent IBAN. Now this, as I said, is unique in the marketplace, to the best of my knowledge. We are building extra functionality into that to actually have a look at the history of an IBAN. to see how well the payments have been processed through that IBAN, etc. And we're also working on the open banking developments for PSD2. If that's of interest to you, we can certainly talk about that in further detail. So if I come out of the presentation and just go into the actual demonstration itself. So as I said, we support various integration methods. We provide an overlay integration, a full redirect, and full APIs. Okay, so the redirect says for itself, it's a redirect which is hosted by us. I'll just quickly show you that. We'll sponsor Smokey because he's a nice smiley cat. And what it does is takes the user away from the Cats Trust website, and it's on a hosted page which is hosted by us. So there's very little integration work required. If we have a look at the overlay is quite simply an iframe which allows the company to do a very small amount of integration work, development work. But in actual fact, this piece here is hosted by us, but it makes it look like the user's not moving away from the actual web page. Now, if we go into the full API scenario, the idea of the API is it gives you a much more control over the flow of the signing of the mandate. You could have already collected account information from somebody from sign up or even through sign in. You've already got a certain amount of detail like email address, etc., address, telephone numbers, etc., etc. But ultimately, the idea of this is to make it look like it's the full flow within the website, of which it is. Okay, so just a quick example of how this works. Just put my name in. Put in an email address. Just do Centennial. Actually, no, we'll do sales. We'll put in an IBAN. I'll get a sample IBAN. I'll intentionally make that wrong, and it won't let me go any further. Okay, so instantaneously you're creating a much more efficient solution than the paper mandate. Okay, so right away you're identifying that customer's IBAN isn't correct. So you're not spending so much time on administration chasing the mandate. You've not wasted a month between the mandate being input into the system and then the payment going to get processed. Okay, so instantaneously you're driving efficiency. So we'll do that. Right, so that's signed. Now, in Ireland at least, the prerequisite for signing somebody up on e-mandate is that you must notify the customer of the unique mandate reference number within 3 working days. And how we address that is quite simply by implementing an email solution. So you'll see here that this email has come in. You've signed this is to the debtor or the end customer. You've signed a mandate with this company, and here's all the compliant information that is required from a SEPA perspective. And here we go. I'll just show you the end result of the actual e-mandate. all managed by one system. Okay, thank you very much.